Hello YouTube, this is Bryce Tippner coming to you once again, vlog number 7 on May 23rd, 2018. Little quick background, I've been an entrepreneur since I was 19, I'm now 43, so that's 24 years without a guaranteed paycheck and having to fight to make one every month. Also, part of my vlogs go into mindfulness and being aware of our thoughts and what we're thinking and what we're doing and why we're doing it. And what we're thinking and why we're thinking it. And do we need to be thinking it? And background on that is that I was raised metaphysically in a metaphysical ethos or thought that we are physical beings living in we are spiritual beings living in a physical realm. And then that culminated into teaching myself how to meditate at the age of 16 and continuing with that through college, and then that dropped off through life, and then now picked it back up a few years ago, and it's very important to me. So today I want to talk about two of my favorite sayings as a struggling entrepreneur. Still my favorite sayings because they make a lot of sense, and that is the first one is it takes 10 years to become an overnight success. When I heard that, that was just so comforting to me, that to say, yeah, these big names are out there, and Mark Zuckerberg and Gary Vaynerchuk and Casey Neistat and whoever it might be, or Elon Musk, whatever, and that didn't just happen overnight for these people. Rock stars, Taylor Swift, Justin Timberlake, whoever it might be, they've been at this for a long, long time. And just because they pop on the scene and they're awesome and they know what they're doing, the reason why they know what they're doing is because they've been at it for so long, and that we're only seeing the culmination of that. We're not seeing that just spontaneously occur. It is a very rare case that happens. It does happen. People have natural talent where they jump on the piano and they become a virtuoso. But that is usually very rare. So my other favorite saying is, fake it till you make it. And in those 10 years, let's say, that someone is learning and struggling, is they've had to come across a lot of things that they didn't know what they were doing, they didn't know how to do it, and they faked it. And I've been there quite a few times as an entrepreneur. I remember, first time I went to a trade show. Had visited other trade shows and looked at booths. I'm like, okay, well, that's what a booth looks like. Oh, 10 feet by 10 feet. I see. It's got cloth walls. And you go into these big convention centers and you see what other people are doing. And you think, okay, how can I incorporate that? And then you buy plane tickets and you reserve a booth and you get on the plane and go do it. And you step into this thing and you build this booth that you built in your house or your garage or whatever it may be. The first ice skater, I'm sure at the competition or whatever it might be, pulled a maneuver or did something after lots and lots of practice, and you fake it till you make it. So sorry, that's not a very good example, but you know what I mean, is that even if you don't know how to do something, go for it. You're an entrepreneur. That means that you've got big ovaries or big cojones, and that you got to tap into that. In some moments you just say, all right, I'm going to fake it till I know what I'm doing, and here we go. You just pull your pants up and go for it. And so I just want to offer that or say that as encouragement to entrepreneurs, that there's going to be a lot of stuff that you don't know what you're doing, and you're going to have to fake it as you go. And then after you do that quite a few times, you will know what you're doing. You will have that practice put in. And so that is my encouragement, that back in the day, the saying of it takes 10 years to become an overnight success, and fake it till you make it, or at least fake it till you truly know what you're doing. Those were just great words of comfort and encouragement. So I just want to pass that on, and because what you're doing and what you're trying to do is not easy at all. If it was, everyone would be doing it. I like that saying also. So, maybe that'll help put that in your toolbox. I'm sure you'll come across many, many sayings. And one thing I have some time here, which is great, I wanted to crack into, is that there are so many resources. For me, on our local public broadcasting network, our OPB, Oregon Public Broadcasting Service, was an awesome show called The Small Business School with Hattie O'Brien. And she would open up with this guy in this awesome suit or a big 3-story building on the coast of Malibu or wherever, and he says, I started here. He holds up this picture, and in some cases it was literally a studio apartment, and he said, we started in this garage or this studio apartment, and now the guy is standing in front of this awesome building, and it goes through pretty quickly in 25 minutes about how he did it. Well, that was my encouragement. That was my church. That was my Sunday morning pep talk, that you can do it. Yeah, you don't know what you're doing, but other people have done it, and they've been where you are. They've barely made rent. They've had to change grocery shopping habits and going out to eat and whatever it may be. Take the bus. And so they've had that sacrifice. And so that was really encouraging to see people that made it. Well, now with the internet and all these podcasts, I sound like an old person, I am, is that it's just awesome. There's so much information in these podcasts. I'm so in love. I've said earlier in another vlog that there's one that I just love. It's called How I Built This. And How I Built This, yeah, with Guy Raz, and they interview so many people, the guys with Airbnb, the guys with Lyft, the lady who made Spanx, Richard Branson with Virgin Atlantic. And so there's just so much information out there in YouTube and everything to encourage you, tell you how to do it. Yeah, I mean, really, there is no one way to do it, and that's the thing, is that business, just as an art, is incredibly creative. That was one episode I loved. It was this guy down in California, and he was a painter, and he put his paintings or his artwork on T-shirts and sold those. And he said, yeah, don't people come up? He said, people come up to me, and they say, gosh, you're a businessman. Isn't that kind of stale and such a big departure from being an artist and creating? And he said, no, that being business and being self-employed and being an entrepreneur is an incredibly creative process. And I totally agree with that. I couldn't agree more. I guess I'm an artist. So yeah, the business side and what you do and how you do it, and yeah, the accounting, that's all set, all the taxes and all that, but how you get out there, how you develop your product, how you put it in front of people, how your online voice is, how you go about that, what avenues, what venues, that's all incredibly creative. And so that's for you to explore and enjoy it. Enjoy every moment of it, because that is where it's at. Even in the beginning, I remember I loved it. I look back on those times where I was struggling and networking and calling and finding suppliers and how do I build this and how do I do that and I need to call them. Okay, thank you. And so just all those kinds of things are incredibly fun and enjoyable. And it may not seem like it at the time. It may seem like struggle, and I don't have the things I want yet. I'm hurting. Bills are due. Yeah, it sucks, but just try to push back from it and enjoy it and know that it's part of the ride and it'll get better, and success is there. It can be. Just know that. If you don't try, you'll never know. And what if? Just what if? What if it works out? What if you end up that person standing in that building or just happy, just content, at peace? What if? And so anyway, I just encourage you that. So remember, it takes 10 years to become an overnight success, and to fake it till you make it. And if you don't know what to do, there's a lot of resources out there to help you get through that push of faking it until you do make it. All right. This was Bryce Tippner, once again, coming from Medellin, Colombia. And I should say this at the beginning, but please subscribe. And please hit the like button if you liked it. All right. Well, thank you so much for watching at this point for 9 minutes. And I will see you for vlog number 8, hopefully very soon. All right. I'll do my best to come back.